She was the woman everyone counted out. The woman people whispered about. The woman they said would never rise again. Her name was Leanna, and all she wanted was one chance to build a better life. One chance to prove she wasn't weak. One chance to show the world she still had fight left inside her. But life didn't give her chances. Life only gave her battles. People said she was unlucky, cursed, and would never succeed. For a long time, she believed them. But everything changed the day she met a Filipino man who saw the fire she had forgotten. This is the story of how an ordinary woman rose again, because one stranger believed she could. It all started on a snowy morning in Moscow. Leanna worked as a cleaner, haunted by whispers of failure and hopeless. She had dreams of being a designer, but life was a constant struggle. She worked 2 jobs, skipped meals, and endured the cruelty of coworkers. One day she slipped and fell, but only laughed. That night, alone in her cold apartment, she cried quietly. Why is life so hard? But life was not done with her yet. The next morning, in a crowded train, a suitcase fell, hit a woman. Everyone stared, no one moved, except one man. A Filipino man stepped forward, checked on the woman, and helped her. His presence was warm. At the next stop, he ensured she got medical help. He then returned and stood beside Leanna. "You okay?" he asked kindly. No one had asked her that in years. "Yes," she said quietly. His warm, real smile made her chest feel lighter. The next day, she saw him again. The next. They had simple conversations that made mornings easier. His name was Marco. He was from Cebu and worked in construction. Leanna admired his quiet strength. One morning, Marco noticed her holding her back in pain. "You work too hard," he said. "I don't have a choice," Leanna replied. Marco looked at her and his smile faded. "I understand," he said quietly. "I left my family in Cebu to work here. I send most of my money home. Some days, I miss the sun. I miss my daughter's laughter." He looked at his calloused hands, but I remember why I'm here. For them, we all have our battles. The important thing is not to fight them alone. Leanna stared at him, seeing not just a kind stranger, but a fellow warrior. His struggle was different. The pain was the same. And for the first time, she didn't feel so alone. He nodded. "I know that feeling. Life can hit you like a hammer, but even a nail gets stronger when hammered enough." Leanna looked at him. "Is that supposed to make me feel better?" Marco laughed. "Well, maybe a little." For the first time in a long time, she smiled. As weeks passed, Marco learned more about her life. How she wanted to become a designer but gave up. How she struggled financially. How people looked down on her. Marco didn't judge her. He didn't pity her. He simply said, "You can still rise. It's never too late." But Leanna didn't believe that. She felt stuck forever. One afternoon, while cleaning an office, she heard her manager yelling at her for a small mistake. Everyone watched as he embarrassed her. She apologized, but he didn't stop. She walked out crying. Marco saw her at the train station that evening. "What happened?" he asked. "Everything," she whispered. I'm tired of being nothing." Marco shook his head. "You are not nothing. You're just in the wrong chapter. The chapters change." Leanna looked up at him, her eyes filled with tears. "You don't understand. People like me don't win." Marco's voice became firm. "People like you win the most, because you fight the hardest." Those words shook her heart. That night, Marco showed her something that changed everything. His backpack. Inside were small sketches. Buildings he dreamed of designing. Streets he wanted to build. Homes he wished he could help create. "I'm a construction worker," he said. "But in my heart, I'm an artist too. I practice and build. One day, I will build something that matters." Leanna stared at the drawings. They were beautiful. "You chase your dreams?" she asked. "Every day," he answered softly. That moment woke something inside her. Something she believed was dead. Her dream, her real dream. The next morning, she went to the old storage room in her building. She opened a dusty box. Inside were her old pencils, her old notebook, her old sketches. When she touched them, her fingers trembled. The dream she buried years ago came alive again. She started drawing again, slowly at first, then more confidently, then passionately. And every day after work, Marco encouraged her. "You're getting better," he said. "You have talent. You can rise." Leanna practiced until midnight. She watched free tutorials. She studied designs. She improved little by little. But one day, her coworkers saw her sketches and mocked her. "You're meant to clean floors. Stop not designing." Their laughter cut deep. She almost stopped drawing. Almost. But Marco didn't let her quit. He said, "They laugh because they fear what you can become. Keep going." And she did. For weeks, she prepared a small design portfolio. She didn't have money for fancy prints. She didn't have she used simple photography. Finally, she gathered the courage to show her designs to a junior architect in the company. He was surprised by her work. "This is good," he said. "Really good." He offered to mentor her for free. Her co-workers were shocked. The manager stayed silent. And Liana? She felt something she hadn't felt in years. Pride. Months passed. She improved even more. Her talent grew. Her portfolio became stronger. One afternoon, she was called into the office. The architect gave her news she never expected. "We want to promote you," he said. "Not as a cleaner, as a design assistant." Liana froze. She couldn't speak. She didn't. She finally rose, the woman everyone counted out. One. When she told Marco, he smiled proudly. "I knew it," he said. "I knew you were meant for me." Liana thanked him for believing in me when I couldn't, for helping me rise, for seeing me. Marco shook his head. "You did this. I only wanted to give you respect. Deep, honest respect. Not romantic love, not fairy tale feelings, but gratitude that came from the deepest part of me. He didn't save me, he empowered me. He proved that sometimes all an underdog needs is one person who believes." Liana became one of the strongest designers of her team. She won awards. She created projects people admired. People who once laughed at her now respected her. People who doubted her now followed her. She became living proof that underdogs don't stay at the bottom, they rise the highest. And she always remembered the Filipino man who helped her find her wings again. She once believed she was nothing, but now she knew the truth. She was unstoppable. She was powerful. She was deserving. The world counted her out, but she proved that. And that's how Liana, once counted out by everyone, rose to prove that determination and the right support can change everything. Stories like hers remind us that life may knock us down, but the underdog can always rise, stronger, wiser, and unstoppable. If you love this story, remember, Philippines Wealth Chronicles brings you more tales of courage, surprises, and ordinary people achieving the extraordinary. Stay inspired, stay curious, and keep believing that anything is possible.